She just wants to be beautiful. She goes unnoticed. She knows no limits. She craves attention. She praises an image she prays to be sculpted by the sculptor. Oh, she don't see the light that's shining.
Society has created a beauty stigma that has caused us to desire the unreal. People are continuously striving to please an audience that is constantly knocking each other down. As a whole, we have created a body norm that excludes so many and have denied others the chance to feel beautiful.
During the Baroque and Renaissance era of the 1600s, the ideal woman was short and voluptuous. What is now seen as overweight or unhealthy was once seen as feminine.
In the Victorian era of the 1800s, the ideal body type was having a tiny waist and large butt. Wearing a corset and strapping on hoop skirts was very popular.
The 1920s was the age of a boyish figure, hiding your curves and showing off your arms and legs. 1950s was the era of Marilyn. She was the epitome of beauty, causing curves to be back in. Short, curly hair and rosy cheeks, beginning of the pinup girls.
The 70s was even more about being thin. Miniskirts, bell-bottoms, and short shorts only looked good on thin people.
From the 80s to the 2000s, beauty was thin and long. Models had rock-hard abs and tanner skin.
Now, in the 2010s, unrealistic ideals are at a peak, with an extreme hourglass being the new trend.
So we went around Minneapolis to find body-positive activists.
My name is Kat Palavoda, and I own Cake Plus Size Resale.
I'm Annie. I'm also the founder of Radical Health Alliance.
Cake is a body-positive resale shop for people of all genders, sizes extra large and above.
It's a nonprofit here in the Twin Cities that focuses on fighting weight stigma. The Radical Health Alliance right now is mostly just a yoga class.
Curated style, and everything here is pretty good condition. But in addition to the clothing, we also do events and really are concerned with fostering a body positive community here in the Twin Cities. I like clothes, but what I really care about is people feeling comfortable and confident in their bodies. And like,
my beauty is healthy.
So what does effective weight loss look like?
yeah.
And, you know, there's just this belief system that it's a very possible thing. It just takes willpower. It just takes the right combo of how to eat, the right combo of how many calories to cut. And all of a sudden, I was discovering that there isn't any science that's backing this up. Doing it in a holistic way that also makes sure that you're eating things that you enjoy. There currently is no effective way to change your body size, and especially in a long-term or safe way.
Is health not about mind, body, and spirit, more than just a mathematical equation?
And people follow the same curve, the same weight loss curve followed by weight regain.
Little kids are going on diets because they fear being fat more than they fear other things in their lives.
The #1 magic wish for girls ages 11 through 17 is to be thinner.
They try things that hurt their health to get thin. On a doctor's chart, it almost always just automatically calculates the BMI and tells you what category they fall into. That you can't be at any size outside of what's considered a normal BMI. Things I've experienced the most are from the nurses that take weights.
Nurses admitted that they didn't want to touch or care for their fat patients.
Health is something that is personal, personally defined, personally pursued, and I think that it's more than even just your physical health.
My beauty's not yours.
I feel in some ways like I am included in the standards of beauty that are kind of what's happening in the world right now, and in other ways I feel not included at all. Ideal woman is a little curvier in some ways, like, but not too curvy, but not too fat, right?
What a healthy person is in society is thin, white.
If folks are not fat, or if they are, being concerned like with other people's bodies, I think it's because of internalized fat phobia. Like, it's proven, right? Like, people, one of the people's biggest fears is becoming fat. Like, what? You know, like,
By advocating for self-determination and respect for all of us, we can shift society's reluctance to embrace diversity and start to celebrate the myriad of ways there are to have a body.
If that's a fear people have, it makes sense that they would demonize folks that are living with that identity.
They think, oh, this person is in a larger body. They either don't know that they need to lose weight, or they just haven't tried hard enough, and so it's my job to help them prevent disease by changing their body size.
It really messes with people's minds to see people who are fat like living happy, healthy lives.
But regardless, it doesn't matter what your BMI is or what the size or shape of your body is. Healthy can look a lot of different ways.
My beauty is changing.
I think in terms of beauty standards, in terms of plus size fashion, in terms of body positivity and fat liberation, I think things are improving in many ways, but like so slowly. Something that people who are not fat can do to help fat people is when they feel inclined to like judge someone's appearance or think about someone's health, to kind of take a moment to not say that out loud and to take a moment and think of like what's motivating that and do like some internal work around that. I think that for plus size people, fat people, curvy people, just like showing up in the world and being who we are is really powerful. Things feel like 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
When people in larger bodies go to the doctor, they are told to lose weight. Other symptoms might be ignored because the assumption is, well, if you just lose weight, those symptoms will go away.
I know there are many of us that just have like profound lacks of confidence in our lives. I'm convinced that like that is what's keeping us down. Like there are lots of things that the man or like, you know, society is trying to do to like keep us in our place. And
Like any form of systematic oppression, fat phobia is deeply rooted in complex structures like capitalism, patriarchy, and racism.
If only I could like give the gift of a little more confidence to people, I feel like not only would they be living happier, healthier lives, but that they would be more prepared to kind of take on challenges and like make more money, be in positions of power, be in the spaces that make change really happen in our world, right?
Baby, how you feeling?